Yeah, I could drink all this. Welcome back to Simple Diversion. I'm Graham, this is Rob. Last video, which as you can tell by what we're wearing, was about 10 minutes ago. We're gonna keep going strong because that's how much we care about you guys and that's how much we want to keep going.
Bottoms up.
So this is for you guys. So last one was bourbon, now we have Scotch. They're both whiskey, except one has an E. If you guys can tell me which one, you get a prize. Just kidding, you don't get anything. Because Scotch does not have the E. Scotch.
Yes. All right, let's do this.
All right, so this is Monkey Shoulder. This is gonna be your cheapest, one of your cheapest types of scotches. This is gonna be a blended scotch. So blended means there's other scotches that go into it that make this. The three scotches that are in this one right here are Balvenie, Glen Leavitt, and then I'm not familiar with the last one.
What was it, Knieve?
It's like Knive or Knieve. If we're butchering it, we apologize. I've never had that one, so I don't know it. But those three are in this one, and that's why it's called Monkey Shoulder. The bottle is very nice. It's kind of feels like an old school.
It does.
Shape to it. Look at some of the backs of these bottles.
Don't be a drunken monkey. Drink responsibly.
So it's kind of funny, and we agree. You know, if you're gonna drink, make sure you're doing it responsibly.
Something neat about the Monkey Shoulder is they actually have this. It's like a 3D. You can feel it. These three monkeys here, and what that is actually each monkey is, you know, the Balvenie and what we just talked to you about.
Represents the
three. Exactly. So
this is going to be between $25 and $30. So this is going to be bad. Again, it's going to be your cheapest scotch. So depending if you're on a budget, this might be the scotch you start with. This was the first scotch that I started to drink. Well, let's try it out now.
Let's do it.
Ooh, that's a good sound. I like that. Ooh, now this is where Scotch definitely has a different smell.
It does.
As opposed to
and just doing
bourbon.
The whiskey video.
Yeah.
Going into Scotch.
Right now, with all the drinks in me, I can just tell that it's different from bourbon, and I like it better. It's not a harsh smell. It's more of a sweet
smell. It's almost, I know this sounds weird, but it's almost a clean smell.
And if you guys are new to drinking Scotch, there is a rule of thumb on how to drink it. So what we first do is say, hello.
Hello.
How are you? Very good.
Very good.
Thank you. And then we drink. It's actually not bad.
Definitely a Scotch guy.
There's better scotches out there, but again, if you're on a budget, go with this because it's cheap and it's pretty good.
That is a very good price, $25 to $30.
The Glen Leavitt, which is the most readily available scotch in the USA. And then what do we have here, Rob?
That is the Johnnie Walker Black Label.
Okay.
I just purchased that. I've never had Johnnie Walker before. I think they have a red label and a black label. I'm sure they have different ones. I've never had Johnnie Walker. I chose a black label with over the red label. For some reason, if I'm slurring, it's because we just got done with the whiskey video.
Sorry about that, guys. I am not very familiar with Johnnie Walker.
Yeah. I'm not very familiar with it. This is the only one I've
had, so I'm not gonna lie and say that I know all the Johnnie Walkers. Glen Leavitt is between $35 and $40 where you can find it. I can find it as cheap as $33.
The Johnnie Walker actually got for sale for like $18.99.
Oh wow!
So I was pretty lucky, but I do believe it goes anywhere from $30 to $40.
So that's why these two are together. Well, let's start with the Johnnie Walker.
Let's do it. Is that what they call it? A cork?
Yes.
Okay.
We have to pace ourselves because this is getting serious.
We want to be able to finish this video for you guys. For ourselves. Yeah, Scotch does have a more smooth, clean, gentle smell. It really does.
Depending on if it's a peat Scotch.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Or if it's a sherry Scotch, because the peat is going to be more of a smoky flavor, smoky smell, whereas the sherry is going to be more fruity. Back to the Johnnie Walker.
Johnnie Walker.
Let's give it
Black label.
A taste test.
That's got some peat in it.
It does. I do have a little bit of a smoke on the back end of that.
Campfire.
Yeah,
taste.
A little bit on the back end.
Yeah.
Very good, actually. Glen Leavitt. This and Glen Leavitt are pretty common, but Glen Leavitt I actually like better.
I do too.
Again, it's pretty cool how they've done it with the bottle where they have the kind of the stamp of
I like that label a lot, actually.
1824. This is aged 12 years. You can get 15 year and I believe 18 year in Glen Leavitt, but the prices will go up as well. Now with the Glen Leavitt, as you can see, you can't tell from the bottle because the bottle is green, but when you have it in your glass, it is a pretty light color.
It is, actually. It almost looks
dark.
like, I don't want to say water, but it's very clear. Well, bottoms up. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
Oh, that's so good. That is good. Oh yeah. I'll tell you right now, Glen Leavitt definitely beats Johnnie Walker. Was good.
It's tough for me because they're both so different. I would go with the Glen Leavitt just because to me it just tastes a little bit better.
I don't know too much history of Johnnie Walker, but I do like him walking around with his cane. I do think that's pretty cool. I mean, it's different.
Anybody that walks around with a cane is badass.
Oh, have you ever seen Miracle on 34th Street? Come on.
If we throw the monkey shoulder in with these two, I don't think it has a chance.
No.
So you are definitely taking a step up and only going about $10 higher here. So
yeah,
definitely get the Glen Leavitt over the monkey shoulder.
I would definitely go Glen Leavitt, Black Label, and monkey shoulder.
And mine would be the exact same.
Perfect. Bam.
That's right.
We're almost out of this one. You must like it.
Yeah, this was pretty good. Rob bought this, last year? And we are just getting down to the end of it. We also have the Macallan Tenure and then Ardbeg.
And Macallan for the first time, I believe, last week.
St. Paddy's Day.
St. Paddy's Day, yeah.
He loved it.
Why don't we start with the Ardbeg?
This one is Ardbeg. This is 10-year-old Scotch. This one, along with, Lagavulin, are going to be very heavy in the peat. You're going to have a lot of those smoke flavors. So if you don't like that, this might not be the one for you. This is one of my favorites.
Yeah. I think I've tried this before. I cannot remember.
Look at how clear that is, Rob.
Wow, that is
clear.
Water.
There really is almost nothing.
That right there is like a small little creek. Does that make sense? I don't think so. Oh yeah, definitely that campfire peat smell.
Very heavy on the peat. That is, to me, I love it.
Yeah.
Now, if you were to have this with a cigar, you would definitely want to have a full body cigar because this will overtake any type of mild cigar flavors. You'll just taste this.
I would like to try that.
Just keep that in mind if you are doing a pairing, with Scotch and cigars.
Okay. Wow.
It's like lighting a fire in my mouth.
Oh yeah.
It's great. This can range between $45 and $50, depending on where you go. It sounds like a lot of money, but again, this isn't like a case of beer where you're drinking it
where you finish it in a night.
I've had this bottle since actually about a year because I remember taking it on events. So it lasts for a while.
So Graham, which one do you think we should go with next?
Let's go with Glen Leavitt.
Okay. Is this the 15 year?
This is the 15 year.
All right, good. We've had about at least 10 shots. So it's great.
Woo. It's a light amber, but it definitely has more color than the Ardbeg. If you are trying different whiskeys over a night of drinking with some friends, and you have, some of the sherry cask and then some of the peat, definitely start with the sherry because once you go to the peat, it is tougher to distinguish the tastes in the other ones. So just take that for what it's worth. It does taste a lot like the 12 year. You're also going to be paying maybe $15, $20 more than you would the 12 year for the price difference. Yeah, I would probably stick with the 12 year.
I bought this for you as a gift and everything, but I'd probably go with the 12 year as well.
I think this tastes a little bit sweeter and a little bit better, but for the price point,
I mean, 15, 20 bucks. Yeah, you might as well go with just the 12.
If money wasn't an option, I'd definitely go with the 15.
Yes. I believe I was choosing between the 15 and the 18. I just went with the 15 because you're not worth that much.
Next we have the Macallan Tenure. This is also a series where they have the 10, the 12, the 15, and the 18. It gets pretty expensive after the 12 year. Some people actually prefer the 10 year over the 12 year, but we'll see what we come up with.
I am looking forward to having some of this.
This is the 10 year Fine Oak.
Ooh, that smells good.
Definitely can smell the sherry in this one. Definitely.
Yeah, you can.
Kind of some fruity flavors. Yeah.
I feel like I am picking strawberries.
We almost feel like we're in a strawberry patch.
No, you really do. Not that it smells like strawberries, but it just feels like you're in the field.
That's really good.
That is good.
I've only had the 12-year once, so I
good.
cannot compare it to the 12 off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But for being a 10-year, because a lot of people say, you know, the best Scotch is 12 and above. But for being a 10-year Scotch, I think it's pretty good.
Wow. See, you said there was a 10, 12, 15, and 20?
18.
Or
I would say that these three, all heavy hitters, all pretty good price range, still between $40 and $50.
Very good.
I would actually go Macallan,
Okay.
Ardbeg, Glen Leavitt.
Ooh, okay.
But these two are so close that it kills me to almost put Macallan ahead of Ardbeg.
I would keep Macallan in first place here out of the three, but I would have to switch out the Glen Leavitt and the Ardbeg. I would definitely put Glen Leavitt at a finish line just right there, split second. And Ardbeg a little further away. Ardbeg's still really, really good, but Glen Leavitt's definitely second place.
Now, is that just because now you're more prone
And
to
that
the
probably
sherry
is
as opposed
because
to the
earlier,
peat?
like I said, I'm more of a sherry guy. Not that Ardbeg's bad. I just have to be in that mood to have that peat taste.
If you want peat flavors, this is actually some of the cheapest Scotch that you can get.
Really?
So, Ardbeg is very good Scotch, very good.
That's good to know.
All three winners in my book. I love them all. I would buy them all again.
I should have that at my house.
Having said that, I would buy them all again, but I would buy the 12 over the 15 just because of the price.
I would
point.
too.
All right, guys, we're getting there. Next
getting there.
is going to be a little bit more expensive, the $50 to $60
Yep.
range. Obviously, we don't have that many of these because it's getting a little bit expensive for our taste. We like to stay in that $40 to $50 range, but we have Highland Park, which is a 12-year, and this will have a mixture of smoky flavors. It's not going to be as heavy on the peat as the Ardbeg, but it's very good. It blends all the flavors together very well. And then what do we have next there, Rob?
We have the Balvenie, which you actually see in the monkey shoulder, or taste in the monkey shoulder quite a bit. But this is the Balvenie, and I'm looking forward to taste it.
And this is the 14-year, right?
This
Not
is the
12.
14-year. Gotta love that sound.
I'm not very familiar with Balvenie. I've only had it one time.
Yeah, we had it on St. Patty's Day. We kind of went all out St. Patty's Day.
The flavors are more of toffee, vanilla, and a hint of fruit. So let's see if we
That
get some of
smells
that
good.
out of it.
I definitely get that hint of fruit by smelling it.
I definitely am
With a
getting
nose
some
test.
toffee. Man,
Hey,
it's
man,
fun.
This is fun. Thanks for joining us. I swallowed that wrong, but it's good.
The flavors come through, and then there's a little bit of bite through the finish.
Okay. I swallowed it wrong, so I can't really tell you.
Well, here, let me pour you some more.
Pour me some more.
That we
yeah,
like
having
that
it
one a lot.
before, I liked it a lot. And I believe I bought this bottle for about 56 or so.
Next one is going to be the Highland Park, the 12-year. They also have a 15 and an 18-year, but again, the prices are getting a little steep. I've had the 18-year a couple times. It's about $140 a bottle. Woo. For that price point, I can get this for $45 to $50.
It's probably not really a big difference.
Again, it's
Then
all
again,
in your
tried it.
preference, but
Yeah.
for the price, I definitely prefer the 12
Okay.
over the 18. And I feel bad for Balvenie because Highland Park is one of my favorite scotches, so this one's probably going to be a landslide for me. But let's give it a shot. You never know. You're welcome, sir. A little more?
A little more.
Just a pinch more.
A little spray, a little too good.
And just want to remind you, these are, other than the monkey shoulder, these are all going to be single malt scotches.
Okay.
Smoke.
But it's not too strong.
It's not overpowering like some
Right.
scotches can be. So if you think you might like some of that peat flavors or peat, hints,
Right.
this would be a good blend
So-
because it's not going to overpower your palate.
Okay.
Let's give it a taste.
Bottoms up, everybody. That is good. That's easy. Bam.
I'm actually going to surprise everybody and say, nope, just kidding. Highland Park. Glen Leavitt, I think we can both agree, is kind of a step down from these three.
It is.
Out of the four, I would go Highland Park, Macallan,
Okay.
Balvenie,
Okay.
and then Ardbeg.
You know what? I think we agree on.
High five, man.
Nice. Perfect. Let us know what you guys think. Remember, this is our opinion. I know how some people can get, but just let us know what you think down in the comments below. And, let us know something else that maybe we haven't tried before that, maybe you give us a a suggestion on what to try next, we'll love to try it and maybe try it.
I'm always up for new stuff. Man.
Yeah.
If I don't like it, I don't care.
And you know
I'll
what?
try
From
it.
here on out, if it's something new, we'd love to do it on our channel.
I'll do that.